Hey, Benny, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
Oh, it's the C, dummy. Episode 6 of Broken Tables and Broken Dreams podcast. I'm Joe Conzi. He's Ben Damagala. Are you guys sick of us yet? I feel like you are, but you're just not telling us. If you'd like to tell us you're sick of us, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're going to open an X, all the other stuff. Follow us on YouTube. Also, if you'd like to be a guest, reach out.
Yeah.
You got a cool story? You want to talk about sports? Let us know. We'd love to have you on. We got a lot to talk about, not just sports-wise, but a lot has happened. We took a little bit of like a 2-week hiatus. I had a big thing coming up. You had a vacation. We thought, before we jump into episode 6, let's just take a break. So where were you at, Ben?
I've been everywhere, man. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Is that your Charleston accent?
Yeah, I guess so. I went to Charleston, South Carolina.
What did you eat?
A lot of things. This week on What Did Ben Eat? So my mom, my sister, and my wife and I, we go on a trip every year, and we like to alternate between New Orleans and Charleston. New Orleans because for obvious reasons. Mm-hmm. If you don't know me, I got married there. It's a big thing. Come talk to me about it sometime. Charleston is where I proposed to her, and we just fell in love with it the first time we went together. Really nice Southern charm place. It's one of those places that the tallest building can't be higher than the tallest church. Like, if you ever go there, nicest people ever, super beautiful. It sucks because
why? Why does it suck, Ben?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Why does it suck?
We got loud people next to us. So anyway, it sucked because my mom, like the day before we left, she had to go get emergency gallbladder surgery. So, yeah.
She okay?
Yeah. She's fine.
You're like, wait for the guy. Is she okay?
No, she's fine. She's puttering around now, but it was just like really sad. And that trip's always going to feel unfinished. You know what I mean? But what we did find out was she's kind of the glue that keeps all of us behaved. Mm-hmm. Saturday night, we went out to this bar that Sarah wanted, or Gary, I apologize.
What's up, Gary?
Yeah, Gary Seahorse.
We'll talk about that later.
So Gary, my sister, also asked me about this story, if you don't know what I'm talking about. She was like, there's this show that has a bar. We don't have to go if you guys don't want to, but it's really fun, and I think we should go to. It was like one of these, like, Sir shows, like, just super dramatic behind a bar. And we went, brother, I had so much fun.
Like Lady Gaga on steroids?
No. This was a completely different experience. This was like clubbing when I was 19. Like hair gelled up, the whole 9.
Rumors nightclub.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
If you're not there, you're
we're going to Encore. It's exactly what it felt like. It was such a good time.
I like that.
But yeah, pounded out 70 oysters on this trip. Bunch of other fried delights. Yeah, dude. Yes, I did, dude.
All right. Did you put the hot sauce on it?
Are
you a hot sauce oysters guy?
So I'll sometimes put a lot on it.
Okay.
But I'll also just tip it back, let it go, kind of a thing. Because you like that.
Yeah, I like to taste the flavor of the sea boogers before I let them rip. I love oysters. I could eat. I probably would have done.
Are you a chewer? You're not supposed to, but are you a chewer?
No.
I kind of chew sometimes.
Nah. I like to let it just slide down my gullet.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
open wide. Nice.
Yeah.
Babe.
And I got to be honest with you, when you tell me where they're from, I don't care. They're going all in the same place.
Really? You don't
no, they're all good.
Like?
Because some of them are saltier, some of them are, it depends. But in Buffalo, when they're like, "Oh, these oysters are from," I'm like, just give them to me.
Well,
when you go somewhere like Charleston, or you go somewhere like New Orleans or down south.
Yeah.
When you're eating seafood or crawfish, like stuff like that. I mean, then I'm like, tell me what it is.
So like, I love South Carolina and North Carolina oysters. I can't stand the Gulf ones.
Yeah, the Gulf
ones are like the size of your head.
Yeah.
It's literally like.
But then you open them up and the meat's the size of your pinky.
No.
These ones are big ones?
This is enormous. Okay. Like you only get these for fried. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to put down in my life. Because all you can think is.
Okay, well, so that's what you ate.
Yeah.
70 oysters.
70 oysters. I got like a rabbit schnitzel to one place.
Rabbit schnitzel.
Yeah. It's just killer food, dude. And everything is done the right way. Yeah. There's some super cool bars down there and everything. We actually, Sarah contemplated like moving down there. I'd buy a place down there. It's sick. Yeah, property taxes are super cheap. Yeah.
Weather's nice.
Yeah. Super hot. But
There's no sports teams down there to really get mad at.
the Hurricanes.
So that's
But that's me getting mad at them.
well, that's too far north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they really don't have anything where they are. So
just golf.
You know, I will say this:
the Gamecocks.
Yes,
they love the Cocks.
I wasn't going to say that, but yes.
No, they did. I'm not being inappropriate when I say it either. Yeah. They literally go, "What? You don't like the Cocks?" And I'm like, "What?" They're talking about the Gamecocks.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll save this for later because this is a Bills thing. Okay. So either way,
all right, no problem.
But my trip doesn't compare to your little thing, Mr. Ring. Mr. Joseph Hans is now a married man.
Got married on Saturday.
Yes,
October
you did.
4th.
Congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man. To love my life, Melanie, at the Statler, downtown Buffalo.
Yes.
It was like 1920s themed. I had the whole tux, the whole Sinatra thing, you know.
You had a mean slick back.
I had a mean slick back. I know. I wear a lot of hats for a guy with a great head of hair.
You do?
I do.
Do you want to get really dressed up for the next episode?
I will get dressed up.
No, like you and I just like
sure, fine. We'll make it look like a James Bond experience.
Yeah.
No, it was great. You know, not a huge thing. Just family members, a couple friends, and I as much as I enjoyed the wedding, as you should, I'm just glad that the planning's over and can kind of go on with life now and figure out what the next step is. But yeah, it was a great time. Obviously. We did the normal shout song and then followed up with Mr. Brightside. I got crowd surfed during that and loved it so much that I got in a debate with somebody on the book today about they're saying that Mr. Brightside shouldn't have been played at the stadium when the Bills were tied because it's the reason they lost and it's such a stupid song. And listen, if you think that playing a song to get the fans going, even if the song has nothing to do with football or anything. It's not about what it means. It's the camaraderie that comes with it. There is no better song, I think, in sports than All the Small Things, the Colorado Avalanche do it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It really is a cool thing. I know Styx Renegade is a Steelers thing. You know, I think that's what people lose sight of is it's a thing that we do that brings us all together, whether you like it or not. And those people that are criticizing the song and the Bills fan base are the same people showing up to the airport win or lose. And I can't stand that. That person I can't stand.
Right.
But yeah, we had a good time. That song played and here we are. You know, it's
is there a reason you brought a goal songs and
brought a goal song?
Touchdowns?
Well, just because we're
you and I got a little tipped about this.
Well, we're embarking on NHL season, and I think tonight the Avalanche play the Kings.
Yep.
And hockey's already going on while we're recording this podcast.
Yeah, baby!
But I think that for the longest time, people saw, sports as this thing where you had to play, the Gary Glitters, and or We Will Rock You or, all those kinds of songs. And now you've got all these cultural songs, these hits from 2000 that are just coming back and everyone's just reliving those glory days while watching their favorite sports teams. I think it's just incredible, and So, I mean, it was a great weekend, and I always love singing Mr. Brightside at the top of my lungs. Glad my voice is back, and happy to be here recording the podcast. Was not happy about Sunday night's game, though. You can fire those uniforms in the sun.
Yeah, this is going to be...
I thought I liked them, and then watching them live on TV, I'm like, this ain't...
Oh, I don't agree with that. I think they look sick. My biggest gripe... Okay, Well, this is going to be a spicy episode.
It might be.
So, my biggest gripe is the people that were like, you're wearing iced out uniforms in the middle of October on a 70-degree night?
Yeah, how are you going to see them if the snow's on the ground and it's a full white uniform?
Do you all have white winter coats?
No.
Did you all order that jersey in 3XL?
Maybe.
So what are we talking about? How are you going to show it off?
My thing is, historically, Buffalo sports teams have. I thought this was a cool looking one. When I saw it, I was like, historically, every time Buffalo sports teams have tried to do something different with a uniform, it's never brought good luck. Remember the Turd Burger Sabres jersey?
I hated that shit.
Hated that one. I can't stand the Bills all reds. I'm not a big all reds guy.
Okay.
I like just clean cut, original,
Yep.
The only thing I would change that I always said is the helmet. So I'm glad that they're doing the red helmet this year. But I don't know. It didn't feel right from the jump. The game didn't feel right, and there's a lot we have to talk about. I mean, 23-20.
Yep.
23-20 at home against a team that's on the come up, middle of the pack, a quarterback that you give him some players, he's going to do some damage.
He's gross.
As
soon as they drafted him, I got nervous.
Yeah, one of those players, Stephon Diggs, and we'll dive into it in a little bit, just completely carved up our zone defense.
Yep.
The Bills had no answer for Stephon Diggs. Tre'Davious White has caused concern. Cole Bishop's development's hanging by a thread because we can't tell now if he's trying to overcompensate for how bad Trey White's been playing, but something's got to give because what happens when the magic runs out with Josh Allen? That's what I wanted to get to. I kind of took the scenic route there for a second, but what we're finding as Bills fans is Josh Allen has pulled us out of the depths of hell over and over and over and over again. But he's reaching that point in his career where he's 29 years old. He's not going to be able to pull us out from hell every single time. Eventually, his body's going to break down. He's not going to be the same Josh that he always is. What happens when that magic runs out? What well do we go to? Well, you can't go to your defense right now because your defense is struggling. I'll give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt without Larry Ogunjobi and Michael Hoyt. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and say those guys are going to fix the defense, but let's see what happens when they come back. But as of right now, there's no well to go to. You're not kicking an 80-yard field goal. Mm-hmm. You can't even keep a punter healthy. I mean, the Wisnowski or whatever his name was okay.
Yep.
So what do you do when your defense is literally the Achilles heel of your team?
I mean, I think you do what they're trying to do. I think this is a team that is constructed just the way they want to be. Sure. And that is one of the hardest things for me to accept about this roster currently. I've been very, very outward and loud about what I think they should change. I've got people in this fan base, outside this fan base, telling me, "No, this is good. This is great. This is what you guys should be doing. This is how you win. Look at the AFC Championship game last year. How close you brought it to." Yeah, guess what? They didn't fucking win last year either. They haven't won any. They haven't won it all.
Yeah.
And you want to know who wins? The ones who get explosive plays on them every single year. That's what happens. They have built an offense, purposefully or not. They got what they wanted. They got a premier running back. They got somebody who, when either Josh doesn't have it,
right,
or they made up this thing where Josh needs to stop doing so much and it takes some pressure off Josh, which his percentage of snaps the past 3 years have been less than Lamar, less than Pat. Like, it's not like he's just like this. I don't know. But for the first time in, it's been almost an entire season. You saw Sunday what happens when everything goes wrong, when what they're doing is not working.
Sure.
Where the defense can't cover up the mistakes, when James Cook has 15 runs for 39 yards, and lo and behold, another game where Josh's receivers cannot get open. He had tons of time in the pocket for much of the game. There was some where he didn't. I'm not going to say he didn't get pass rushed, but there was tons of time in the game. His scramble percentage is over 10% right now. It's the highest it's been in 3 years. And it's not because his line's bad. His line is great. He has one of the best lines in the NFL right now. He is scrambling to get those dudes open, to buy them time to run away from who they're next to. And I got people texting me, that catch that Keon didn't have in the end zone where he jumped over Gonzalez, but he caught it 5 yards out of bounds. I got a text that literally said, Josh has just got to ring that in. He's just got a better
ring it in where? Where's the at that point, he's better off just putting it in the stands.
Or how about we draw up a play that's better than just giving Keon Coleman 50-50 balls?
Did you ever notice when the Bills are inside the 20, it's like they forget who the key player is. So, for example, they run up, they'll get all the way down the field, and then they'll try to get tricky, and they go, we're going to throw to, not that he's been in the game this year, but we're going to throw to Reggie Gilliam. Why?
Yeah.
Or they're they're on their own 15-yard line and they fumble because they're trying to pitch it to Dawson Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Or 3rd and 1, they're trying to do a trick play with Khalil Shakir. Sometimes it's not so much that they're trying to be cute, I guess is what I'm saying. They have the wrong personnel in there.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, with that Keon Coleman throw, it's like at that point put in the stands, but you either have Keon Coleman or you don't have any. Like the personnel packages are not adding up, if that makes sense.
Well, and this was a major reason why This is a major reason why I was mad when they drafted Keon Coleman.
Right.
I understand the want to have a towering person who jumps over people in basketball for a living. I understand that. But the 50-50 balls and the 3rd and 10 fade route, are you kidding me? You can't come up with a better route than that. Those are some of the least efficient plays you can possibly have because it's leaning entirely on the receiver. And he comes up with about 30% of them right now.
Yeah. He
had 4 other instances that game. He didn't come up with one of them. He came up with 1. Like, you need something more efficient there. And I get it. 2 of the best corners in the world. Well, then why did you get away from Dalton Kincaid, who had a 100-year night?
I also don't understand, too, is last season on 3rd and 1 or short yardage situations, there was no second guessing running Josh. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, I don't know if we really want to put him in that situation. It's like, that's your offense. You don't have at what point did they decide, hey, we're not doing this anymore?
Yeah.
Did they completely abandon the tush push? I've seen it once this year. I don't know. It just seems like the philosophy on the offensive side of the ball has completely changed, where I understand that they want to eliminate having Josh run so much, but I think that at this point, the way your offense is running right now, when it hits a wall, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
And I think this past game, it was like they fumbled 3 times. First of all, they fumbled 3 times in the first half. They had almost 100 yards in penalties in the first quarter. Yeah. You're sitting there going, something's got to give. Sometimes you got to say, hey, Josh, you got to run the ball.
Right.
And I just don't understand why it doesn't click like that.
Well, can I ask you this? Yeah. It's almost like it's a little bit of arrogance. Sure. Don't you think?
Yeah,
they thought they were going to walk into this year, have a plus 24 turnover differential again.
Right.
They thought they were going to run and do the exact same shit they were going to do last year, where their defense was going to get 2 to 3 takeaways a game, and their offense wasn't going to turn the ball over more than twice a month.
Right.
And turnovers are not something you can count on. Everything regresses to the mean. It's the exact same thing. Like you're realizing now that the chickens have come to roost. It's an interesting, where did you come up thinking that was just going to be the same thing? Well,
I mean, look at the Ravens game. That fumble.
Yeah.
The Ravens are 1-4.
Yeah.
Bills are 4-1. Could have been a completely different story had he not fumbled. But you look at it and they go, well, that defense got that turnover. It's like they did, but do you know how hard it is to pry that ball free of that guy's hands? And they did it. That's like the slim chance of that happening is insane.
Right.
And I just feel like this defense is always just, it's been bend, don't break, but we bent the freaking straw. So he put so tight that it just finally, the straw just broke and was like, we're not doing this anymore.
He put the first 4 picks in it. And granted, one's injured.
Yeah.
But thank God we're getting splash plays out of Deion Walker, because Sanders and Jackson are invisible. Invisible.
I will give Landon Jackson a little bit of a leash just because I feel like, again, for some reason when it comes to defensive linemen, we just cannot bring them on at the right time. Mm-hmm. We can't develop them like we should. I'm confused as to how that works. Yeah. But I can tell you, to your point about Deion Walker, I've never seen a guy, he does make mistakes.
He does.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I've never seen a guy blow up the middle like that guy does. And for as long as TJ Sanders held out, bye.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying you waited all that camp to get your contract signed, and here's a 3rd-round pick.
Right.
He's doing what he needs to do. I do think, though, Michael Hoyt's going to make a difference.
I think he will.
He's very versatile. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Ogunjobi's going to. I hope he does.
Right.
But that's why I said earlier at the beginning of the episode, I'm going to give them until week 6 to really kind of show me, okay, this is what we've been trying to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. You mean take Bosa off the field so he doesn't have to play 3 downs, because when he plays more than 2 downs, he's gassed? I mean,
I appreciate his pass rushing ability.
Yeah, he cannot.
He can't hold contain. He cannot hold contain.
None of our guys can really hold contain except for AJ Epinesa. Time and time again,
he's had
a great last 2-3 years.
Yeah,
and he always gets. Oh, you got to sit on the bench.
Yeah,
I mean, Gregor's
he's always the first one in trade talks. Give him a first, a second, and AJ Epinesa. Let me get Market Parsons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I
do think Russo turned the corner a little bit.
He had a good game.
He had a good game.
I mean, he started off with a sack, but then he didn't really do much in the second half. But
you know, it's just it's crazy because, you know, I even had written down here on my game notes here. You know,
I was gonna say extra. Yeah. Read all about it. What are we doing?
I mean, you talk about a defense that has Taylor Rapp at safety, which if you don't even watch the tape,
abysmal.
You'll throw up. It's disgusting. Sorry, I usually don't talk this bad about players, but he has had a terrible start to the season.
The entire defense in the back half has.
Yeah, it's terrible. So you have struggling safeties. Your secondary is struggling too. I mean, Benford's having an off season. Mm-hmm. Trey White's getting torched. And you're watching the NFL games this weekend. You see the Ravens lose Kyle Hamilton to a groin injury, which is devastating to them because Malachi Starks and Kyle Hamilton are the gruesome twosome back there. I mean, you're talking beginning of the season, all pro candidates, best safety duo in the game, so on and so forth. Well, what do you do if you're the Ravens or like any other team? You go out and you sign the next best safety that's on the market. Who's that guy? CJ Gardner-Johnson. Oh, he's got a
I think I said CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Ashwagandha. You go out, you sign him, and everyone's like, well, you know, his attitude. No. Let's throw the attitude out the window he had with the Texans.
Yeah.
Okay? The Ravens needed a safety. He was out there. They went and got him. What else did they do? They went and traded like a 5th-round pick for another one. So not only did they lose their all-pro safety from Notre Dame, Kyle Hamilton, they went out and they got another one to pair next to Malachi Starks. And they're 1-4. They're fixing problems at 1-4. Their season potentially could be done in the next 2 weeks because Lamar's out. Their psyche's off. They can't figure it out, but they're still trying to make themselves a competitive football team.
But Joe, they haven't even played a game there yet. How do you know that's going to be a good move?
Doesn't matter. On paper. It's all paper. Sports are all paper until you play the games. That's why you play the games.
I've had enough of that shit.
I'm done with it.
Had enough of that shit.
But you go out in the Bills, what do? They re-sign Balin Spector to the practice squad.
On the 6th phone number out
because
of 7.
Because Matt Milano injured his pectoral muscle again.
Cut him.
Cut him. It's the constant struggle of trying to figure out, again, everyone can sit there and say, you don't need to know that. Well, I kind of want to know what's going on because I got a guy coming back in that literally couldn't stay healthy, Balin Spector. I got a guy who's starting who, should he have even been playing in that game? Probably not, Matt Milano. Do we really need to play him in that game? I think Dorian Williams might have been hurt. No,
Dorian Williams was okay. Dorian Williams
but still, point being, I'm trying to figure out what the identity is of this defense. If we're not going to go get CJ Gardner-Johnson, we're not going to go make a trade for a safety, cornerback, anything. We're not going to go try to get Justin Simmons. Like we at some point, something's wrong with these players.
Yeah.
If they're not being signed immediately by teams that need them, or they're really pushing the fact that they want Cole Bishop to be the guy. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. But I'm just, again, impressed with the Ravens continuing to make those moves when they don't really need to, but they do anyways because that's what makes you a good football team. They're 1-4. They may not even finish the season at the top of their division, but they're still trying.
Yeah. I what do I need? One finger to talk about the good stuff that's happened with the defense this year?
Do you know CJ Gardner-Johnson? Sorry to interrupt you.
I don't know him.
Don't know. Do you know he potentially could have fixed something?
Yeah.
Could have fixed something.
All these kids could have. Asante Samuel Jr. is still out there.
He's still out there.
Nobody's fucking talking to him. I get it. He needs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But maybe you would have a lot more money if you didn't spend $20 million on number 4 receiver Josh fucking Palmer and Curtis Samuel, who's finally getting...
Who looked pretty good.
Sure.
When
But
he's healthy.
what did he get? 3 catches for 27 yards?
But still,
Like,
he's effective when he's in. But he's got to stay healthy. He's never healthy.
but I've had
know.
enough. I've had
I
enough
know.
of effective.
I know.
I've had enough of effective. Like it's.
But they don't want a number one. That's what I'm trying to.
I don't give a fuck. They should.
I know.
That's insane.
Well, we don't know. They haven't come out and said they don't want a number one, but it appears they don't want a number
They've
one.
constructed it.
They've constructed it.
They've constructed the offense that way. It's insane to me. But as always, do I need one finger to talk about the things that have been good on the defense? A couple of defensive linemen. Your linebackers have been awful all year. Awful. That's why I said cut Milano, because it'd be one thing if he was in there being a bat out of hell, being his usual self. He has been awful when he's on the field.
He's injured.
Same thing with TB. TB's not filling his gaps. He's been opportunistic like he always is, but he doesn't even have the coverage this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been bad. Benford is falling back. Trey White, bye. I'm done with that nostalgia trip. And it sucks because Dorian Strong's hurt now.
Again, I don't think that he was supposed to play this much. Again, I understand.
Sure, because
I understand what you're.
sure,
I understand what
sure.
you're going to say next. Well, you got to say, okay. Let's rewind it a second. The plan was that Maxwell Harrison was going to start
Yes.
at corner, regardless. He could have had the worst season of
But
any
I don't
rookie.
know that.
No, he was going to play this year. Trey White was going to be there to coach him and kind of groom into that role. When he goes down, this is what you're stuck with. It goes back to your point, though. I do agree with you. Sometimes you have to have another pitch in your arsenal. You can't just always be throwing fastballs. You got to have a curveball somewhere. And that's where the Bills always seem to come up short is we'll have one year where we have 16 defensive backs, but not enough linebackers. And then we go and we get a bunch of defensive linemen.
Yeah.
We're short linebackers and we have no safeties. It baffles me that we have more defensive linemen. They actually think from my eyes, the eye test, it actually looks like they think we're just going to rush the quarterback and sack him. Well, I got news for you. You had Drake May dead to rights about 6 times in that game. Not one person could take him down.
They're the worst tackling team in the NFL. The worst right now.
And they're pushing him and they're forcing him to his right. He made 6 throws to his right. Push him to the left.
It's watching Josh.
Push it to the left.
Yeah, it's watching Josh. It's watching Josh.
Easier said than done, but it goes back to that. Like, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing? You know,
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here. I played high school football, man. If you put a playbook in front of me right now, it would be in a different language. I probably wouldn't be able. Give me like a week, I might be able to tell you what plays are what. But when I watch these games, I'm just trying to figure out why our guys aren't where they're supposed to be, and is zone defense the way to go, or can we switch to man? Because if we're getting beat man, I'm like, cool, getting beat man. We're just not good athletically. Mm-hmm. But we play zone, and it's like, we get beat anyways in zone, so why don't we just get beaten man? Yeah. I don't know.
I think Sean has a very complicated system. I'm sure he does things based to tailored to certain players' needs.
Sure.
I think the only corner you have right now that can play man is Hairston, because he has the speed for it. Trey definitely can't. Trey is done with that. Yeah. Taron Johnson is having an awful year at it too.
Hey, he's hurt again.
Like, it's just...
He looks like he's hurt again.
Right. It's just...
Dorian Strong hurt his neck.
Who's seeking a specialist now?
Jordan Hancock, still
supposed
hurt.
to be good.
Still hurt.
Yeah. No, it's rough out there, man.
And you know what really aggravates me, Ben? I look at a team like the Chiefs last year. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes had it statistically one of the worst seasons of his career. Mm-hmm. That defense won them football games.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they
Steve Spagnuolo. We had Steve Spagnuolo. Yeah. You know what Steve Spagnuolo does? You're going to play my game. You're going to play into my hand. Mm-hmm. We always go, we're going to try this and see if it happens. Or if it doesn't happen, we'll try it. We won't switch it up, but we'll see if they'll still eat out of our hand. And it's like, you gotta play chess a little bit differently. And I just feel like, we're never going to have a season where we look back and say, man, our defense really held us up until January. Mm-hmm. It's always, man, Josh really faltered in the playoffs. Oh, I don't know, because he held you up, because you held your whole damn team up until January.
I know.
And that's what MVPs do. But
yeah, it's funny you bring up the Chiefs. Can I talk about this, or you want to move on?
No.
Okay. 2 things. I think people in this town hate Nick Wright because he's right a lot. Did you see what he said yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
That he still thinks the Chiefs are the class of the AFC. Now, this is before losing to the Jaguars. Yeah. That fired a lot of people up.
Yeah.
But his reasoning is not wrong. because when you're loaded down the barrel in the playoffs, he'd rather play this Buffalo team because the defense isn't there to save anybody.
Right. Exactly.
It's 100% true.
Exactly.
And guess what? I'm very curious if the Bills flame out in the second round of the playoffs again this year against that team. I wonder if they're going to have another identity crisis because look what the Chiefs are doing now. The Chiefs are bombing it again. Patrick Mahomes is throwing it again.
Yeah, but they also have some good receivers again. They didn't have this last year.
No, they didn't. You're right. So we love to follow the leader. You know what I mean?
Thornton was a good get for them.
He was.
Yeah, he was a good get.
But the Bills love to follow the leader.
I
the
don't
Bills
like
love
that.
to follow
I
the
don't like
Chiefs.
that. Yeah, I don't
so
like that.
is this finally the offseason where if they get thumped again because Patrick Mahomes is throwing more bombs on them that they're like, well, yeah, we always need our receivers. Like, dude, I will lose it. I will lose my fucking mind.
I will say this, though, to close this out.
Okay.
The only way that I am sitting here right now saying I would be content with what the Bills' outlook is if they were scouting a guy this year that they wanted so bad next year in the draft that they were going to trade up and get him. Now, I'm talking this would have to be like a Brian Thomas Jr., like a guy that's quick. I don't know. I haven't really. There's some receivers this year in college football that I've looked at. I'm like, they're good, but like they haven't really. We're still so early in college football. We're going to start to see those guys separate. But I mean, Brandon Beane has said it over and over and over again. He doesn't like what's there right now, and I'm cool with waiting. I just don't know if he understands that the window's. I hate to say it, the window keeps shrinking on us.
Of course it
it's
is.
Still
He's
open, but it's
Josh is almost 30.
He's almost 30.
And now you have fucking Anakin Skywalker over on the Patriots, who just needs a better team around him. And all of a sudden, we're not winning 5 to 6 games in the division anymore.
Yeah. Oh, which by the way, we didn't even get to that. Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, buddy.
Still has it.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, buddy.
And regardless of what you think about his attitude, whatever, you can have an ego and be a diva and still be a great wide receiver. It's the coach's job to manage that ego and personality. And it just seems like no matter what he's got going on in his life or whatever is going on, the guy shows up, he plays, he's a great football player, and he carved us up. And I think it proves that he's not he might actually be their number one now. But, you got to have a guy in your system that can run every single route that you put on paper, and that guy can do that.
I think that game showed the biggest difference between both teams right now.
Yeah.
What Josh is missing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
But did you watch what Diggs did for May during that game?
Yeah.
When nobody was open,
He kept running.
Diggs separated, made an outlet for his young quarterback, and he caught the ball. That is
I would actually
that is what he needed.
I would actually say, to your point, there were a couple throws that he made that I was like, dang. But a lot of that was Stephon Diggs. It's not taking anything away from Drake May. I think Drake May is a great quarterback. He scares the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
But that was all a result of Stephon Diggs doing what Stephon Diggs does. And that's just getting open.
Right. And then, I mean, if you want to get even deeper than that, I saw a lot of people on Facebook that were like, oh, he plays that hard for that, or we're his Super Bowl, we're this, that, and the other thing. A couple things about all this shit. I got an argument with you before we got on the pod.
Yeah.
Like, I keep hearing that this dude is a locker room cancer.
He might be. We don't know.
But that's the thing. Show me some proof of it.
But we don't. Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to my point. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
It's the coach's job to manage that.
Yeah.
I tell you this all the time. AJ Brown with a chapter book on the sideline.
Yeah.
Oh, he hates being there. He's passionate. He wants to win. Nick Sirianni said, read your chapter book, but when I call your number to go in the game, catch a damn pass. He's having a very bad season right now.
Right.
But the point is like your coach has to be able to walk over to you and say, hey, I need you to go be you.
Yeah.
And for some strange reason, I don't know where the disconnect was with the Bills, but something happened where he didn't like what was said to him.
Yeah.
Or they didn't like what was said to them. And instead of hashing it out and trying to manage it, they realized this ain't worth it. We're going to cut ties with them. And look what happened.
Yeah, well,
and it could still we don't know the story, but I'm saying that like it's the coach's job to say, all right, shh, quiet. What's going on?
Yeah.
We'll try to get you the ball more, but our quarterback's throwing it to you and he's getting picked off.
No, I know. First of all, I don't want his legacy here tarnished.
Neither do I.
People love to say that He like fuck him. I'm glad he's gone.
I wanted him back before the Patriots
That's
signed
what
him.
I wanted
said
him.
just get him back for
Dude.
a league minimum of vet min. Tell him come play here for a year.
Like, are we all in this town gonna lie to each other and just say he's not arguably the greatest Buffalo Bill receiver ever? He has 20 more yards per reception than anybody in our fucking team's history. Yeah. I keep hearing about how like he was a terrible person to be around, but then I see him on the sideline. Who knows? This might be a TV thing. I see him on the sideline coaxing everybody up, slapping everybody up, taking it all in, crying on the fucking sidelines. Like this dude, he's who you would ride into battle with behind. Yeah. And maybe it was too much because they wanted that leadership think tank to turn to Josh.
Sure.
Maybe that's what happened.
And that's fine.
But I tell you what, the dude is coming off an ACL tear, which he healed faster than fucking Wolverine for. And he left our system to go make a young quarterback better. He left that system to go make a young quarterback better. Drake May is a better quarterback with him on his team. Like it's point blank simple. I don't need somebody to tell me that like, he didn't do nothing for them. He fucked everything up there. No, what are you talking about? Like what are the fruits of getting rid of him right now?
Yeah.
We've had to completely shift our offense to one that doesn't turn the ball over and rely on a running back. Whether it works or not, it remains to be seen because right now it doesn't work. But you mean to tell me that guy was such a cancer in the locker room, that the guy who we drafted in the second round, who has none of the skill set he does, none. He's not as fast. He doesn't get open. He doesn't run routes as good. He doesn't catch the ball as good. But occasionally he jumps over dudes, has been suspended in the first quarter by the coach twice now for disciplinary reasons. Why can't we say he's a cancer? He's the one who's actually getting disciplined. Yeah. He's the one who's actually in trouble.
Yeah.
It's this weird selective thing in this town that when the team switches up on a player, the fans are so quick to jump on that. And here's the thing. I could be wrong. Maybe he was an asshole. Maybe they don't want to play together.
But you're not wrong because you could. Again, I was basically saying to you today. Sorry again, cutting you off.
It's okay, dude.
It's the point of like, you can be an asshole and like you can be a diva and still be on this team. That's what I'm trying to figure out, and we'll never know the answer to it. It's like there's like Terrell Owens. Like, do you know how many times Steve Young and freaking Alex Smith and all those guys and anybody who ever, like Donovan McNabb probably wanted to punch him in the face?
Yeah.
Do you know who was running with a broken leg in the Super Bowl against the Patriots?
Right.
Terrell Owens. Like that, you can't find guys bred like that anymore.
No.
You know, and it's just you know, and the more and more in the beginning I was like, get good riddance. But now I'm like, no good riddance. His stats are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And I can't even get Elijah Moore to stay healthy and play.
Well, they keep rotating those guys.
Well, that guy's supposed to have the best feet in the NFL, and we ran a reverse with him. I didn't catch anything.
So, like, I mean, think about it. You're going to pay Diggs what? $25 a year?
Yeah.
If he stayed on that deal, or was it more? Was it 35?
Might have been 35. I don't know.
But they're paying. Okay, but either way, would you rather have that and have a little bit more of demanding the ball? Which throw him the ball 3 times a game to start, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He fucking did it in a playoff game where he literally got on the microphone afterward and said, I didn't care that I didn't catch a pass. Gabe Davis caught 250 yards and almost won the game.
Yeah.
So, again, don't know where this narrative comes from. But would you rather be paying that guy or paying the 3 guys we got on the bench right now who they all have less than 20 catches this year?
Well, I just hope they figure it out because it.
Oh, of course I hope they figure it out. And again, okay, could we. Let's fill our lungs for a second and just chill out because they are 4-1.
Yeah,
they're 4-1. Everything's fine.
I'm more worried about the Colts than I am the Patriots, if anything.
But I think what makes me angry about them being 4-1, and I'm going to have people on Facebook telling me, chill the fuck out. They're 4-1, dude. Chill out. Did you watch the last 3 weeks? They almost didn't beat. They should have put 50 on the Saints.
Sure.
They should have put 40 on the Dolphins, and it shouldn't have been close. No. But they're struggling to score. It's the first world problems, bro. They're struggling to score 30 points. They're like kind of backing into it. Yeah. And last week, everything didn't go right. Everything didn't go perfect. There's no margin for error with this offense and defense that they're drawing up plays for people to get open, and they're still not working. That's why they throw so many fucking screens.
it's maddening because the reason I'm not so much afraid of the Patriots as most
I'm not
people,
yet,
not
but
yet.
I will be.
I will be eventually. They also put the ball on the turf.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson's good for about 1 or 2 fumbles a game.
So is the other one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Trevion Henderson.
I think they're both.
Antonio Gibson broke his
Gibson.
He broke his knee. So Jimmy Charlo, baby. Anyways, no, I don't think it was Charlo. It was somebody else. But either way, when a team like the Patriots puts the ball on the turf, you should win the ball game.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple. When you follow it up with the ball on the turf yourself, yeah. So that right now, to me, when everyone's like, I'm not afraid yet because there's still that part of their game where they turn the ball over and Drake May's still learning and he's going to hit his growing pains. But not worried yet. Not going to hit the panic button, but going to hit the panic button because I'm really excited for hockey season.
Yeah. I can't wait, dude.
I'm excited for many reasons. There's just something about going home on like a Wednesday night after work, flipping on the TV, and you got like Blues versus Ducks at 10 o'clock, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to fall asleep watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Big news, like Connor McDavid signs a 2-year extension. $12.5 million, wants to see, it through with the rest of the players, which I think is brilliant for him because the way he sees it is, okay, I signed a 2-year extension. I carry out Dreisaitl's contract, all these guys on the team. We see where we go. And if you look at his career, he's been to the Stanley Cup Finals twice.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the Western Conference Finals, three times? I mean, he has success there. He might not have the cups to prove it, but where else are you going right now in the NHL that's that successful?
Yeah.
Florida. Florida can't afford him. He ain't going to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that, but I'm most excited for the fact that I actually genuinely am excited for the Sabres season because I think it's going to tell us a lot about where we are now. I think we're in the second phase of our 20-year rebuild. No, I think we're actually kind of on the right path of the rebuild finally. Mm-hmm. I think we have some guys in place that we can finally see play. Kulik, Isak Rosen, we're going to possibly see this year, hopefully. I'm really just trying to figure out with this team where they're at. If we can find an identity this year, I'll start to be like, all right, cool. We're starting to grow as a team. Mm-hmm. But where I'm really concerned right now, we don't have a goaltender. We don't. And that's nothing against Alex Lyons. It's nothing against Georgia. Got put on waivers. Who they signed?
Ellis. From the Blues. Who is a better goalie than Georgia.
But Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's on the IR to start the season. And Devin Levi's in Rochester. So I think at this point, the way that the Sabres are built, we're really going to find out a lot about what our goaltending situation is going to look like over the next couple of years. Because most of Lindy Ruff's system, they're built around great goaltending. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what kind of drives the breakouts. Right. So I'm excited for this season, but I think the biggest storyline outside of the goaltenders that I'm more concerned about is we need Owen Power to be Owen Power. We need the Owen Power that we drafted in the first round. Yep. And this is the make or break season for Owen Power. And I think they've given him the resources to finally take that next step. Mm-hmm. So
I've been telling everybody who has ears, they make the playoffs if they do 3 things this year. If their goaltending gets better, which Luukkonen's hurt again. You might actually walk into a better situation with Alex Lyon because statistically Alex Lyon has been a better goaltender.
Yeah, sure.
I think when it comes to goals saved above expected, he's the only goaltender they have right now who's been in the top 32. I think he's only 32, but that means Luukkonen's 64 and Georgiev is like 100 something. So those signings are great. I don't think they touch Devin Levi this year unless they absolutely have to. I think they are full bore.
They did this on purpose.
Yeah, they are full bore. Like, no, kid, you're staying down there. You're baking for a little bit longer. That's that. Which, fucking kudos to them. I'm sick of them rushing people. So their goaltending gets better. I think that definitely helps out a lot. That helps them get there. The second thing is their core pieces and their most expensive pieces stay healthy. They can't have Dahlin missing 13 games again. They can't have Tage breaking his wrist. They can't have Norris doing Norris things. If they get healthy 82 games, that's unrealistic. It's a long fucking season. If they get a healthy 75 games out of all those guys, they make the playoffs. Yeah. Norris is an
he's
animal.
Hurt again though.
No, he's not.
Not hurt, but he'll
be all right.
He'll be all right.
Yeah. Norris is without a doubt going to be the best center that Tage has ever had. They are going to score a lot of goals together. This might be Tage's 50-goal season incoming if Norris is still healthy and ready to go.
This is the building block season. This
yes,
is the one
100%.
where
That will be a formidable first line. If Zach Benson's skating got better and he figures out how to shoot or he figures out how to score his points because he comes here and unfortunately his development was rushed. But when he was down there, he was a point getter. Sure. He wasn't this grindy little shit. He forechecked like an animal. He was really aggressive and he stayed in front of the net, but he scored.
Right.
So if he gets that touch and he's just as aggressive as he is right now, he's super smart. He reminds me of Sam Reinhart in that way. Super, super smart with the puck. If they get that, they get Norris winning a ton of faceoffs like they have, and Tage being Tage and their two-way game developing, that's going to be a really, really hard first line to deal with.
There's been weaker teams that have made the playoffs.
Yes.
I keep going back to the Montreal Canadiens, and the reason they're a good hockey team, but they're not a great hockey team.
They're getting there. I'm not even concerned. I'm not even convinced they're good yet. But I'm saying like
they've made the playoffs.
Yes, they have.
With the roster,
that's the benchmark.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the benchmark, but it's like we just got to get over the hump.
Yeah.
And I think this year, like you said, it comes down to the consistency of the young core, right? And that's a young core following Josh Norris into hell, right? Tuck's still looking for a contract extension, which
he wants $10 million. I don't know how I feel about that.
Listen, we'll give you $10 million if you stay healthy.
Yeah,
you put about 30 to 40 pucks in the net. I mean, but then everyone's like, "Oh, he's not really a goal scorer." Okay, give me like 90. Don't give me like 96 points.
Well,
give me some assists. Throw me some assists in there.
I fought somebody on this too because he's not a big goal scorer. They tried throwing the caps going up, caps doubling in 10 years thing on me. And like, I understand that, but like, as of right now, he's not a $10 million a year player. Get back to 70 points because you haven't done that in 2 years.
You just traded away a guy that you signed to a 7-year deal to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Why would you want, like, you got him for cheap, but why would you try to, like, I always tell people, why would you go back in that situation?
Right.
He was unproven. Not saying he's done great in Ottawa.
No,
got there, but like, you don't want to sign Tuck to $10 million a year and then you get 15 goals.
Like
you want
not saying
30
you won't.
goals.
You're probably guaranteed at least 20, 25 with him, but I need the assists to come back and I need you to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I would give you $10 million if you just had 3 seasons of 60, 70 points in a row, but you're not doing that. No. He's not. So that's my only gripe with that. But
no, I just think from the Sabres standpoint, you know, it feels for the first time like a coach finally has his finger on the pulse and is like, hey, like, get me this guy.
Well, this all being said, I don't think they can lose him if they lose Tuck.
No, they can't lose Tuck.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Tuck's worth $10 million.
I don't either.
Now he might.
That's what we're talking about.
He might come out this season and have 30 goals.
Yeah, right.
And then we're like, give him the 10. Yeah. But I don't want it to be like a Jeff Skinner situation where we're overpaying for a guy to be a pylon out there. And not that Tuck's a pylon, but we've just historically been bad at handing out contracts to players.
Well, I would say they haven't been very lucky. I think they did it right when they first did, but maybe not lucky. They put their eggs in some wrong baskets.
Yeah.
Tage, they were right on.
Yeah.
Tage is probably worth $10 million right now.
Yeah, he is.
And he won't get above 7.1 for the next 5 years. Same thing. Cousins, completely different story. They gave Cousins 7.4. Cousins might only be worth 4 on it. If Josh Norris stays healthy, that is a fleece of a trade.
It's a fleece.
It's not
Bernard
even
Docker
close.
too. If Bernard Docker stays healthy.
Well, Bernard Docker's not on our team anymore.
Right. So win for us.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You like that one?
Yeah, I did.
You're like, wait a minute. I was like, because he's not on our team anymore.
I want Kesselring to get healthy again.
They're saying he's
it's closer to weeks.
But I'll tell you the guy that I'm excited for, Doan.
Oh yeah,
Josh Doan looks great.
Josh Doan does look good. He's played his way into the second power play.
We are starting to understand why that Peterka trade took a lot longer. Because the Sabres are like, we're not trading Peterka unless you give us Doan. And they're like,
Kevin demanded it.
I don't know. And then we got him, and now Utah's like, I don't know if we should have done that.
Kevin demanded him.
He did. And I got to say, I'm not ready to give him gold stars by any means. But the fact that you could get a guy like Josh Doan, which is, everyone's like, who's that? It's like, but he's a good hockey player. Yeah, and I think we forget, too, about Connor Timmins. We forget about, who's the other defenseman we got, too? We got Timmins, and who was the other one from Pittsburgh?
from Pittsburgh.
There was a Pittsburgh. We got Timmons and
We got Timmons, Kesselring, and
Donor. Got one other guy. We're so bad at this.
I'm blanking. I don't remember them getting another one.
No, but Timmons is the one that I always forget about because I get him like Clifton going out, Timmons coming in is a lot better. I still don't understand how Jacob Bryson has blackmail on the Sabres organization.
He might. Well,
he doesn't need to play.
No, they'll probably play Ryan. They could play Ryan Johnson ahead of him, but
I want Ryan Johnson to play.
Yeah,
like I remember we were holding out for Ryan Johnson forever. We finally got him, and nothing happened there. But I'm just glad that we got Connor Clifton out the door.
Yeah,
Connor Clifton was not a good fit.
He's very bad.
Didn't hate Connor Clifton as like a human, just wasn't a good fit for our organization. But I do think
he gave the puck away a lot.
Our defensive unit, I'm feeling better about if Samuelson. I'm trying to knock on wood here.
Well, he'll be the
healthy.
6,
but still, he's a good 6.
Yeah.
And then Bo Byram had arguably one of the best preseasons of hockey I've seen. Mm-hmm. He did get hurt a little bit, but man, he was just decking guys out in front of the net. Mm-hmm. He was playing a bat out of hell. I think he just wanted to feel like a team wanted him.
Yeah.
Imagine winning a Stanley Cup and then getting traded away to Antarctica and then like hockey Siberia. Right. And then you're like, we don't really want you either. And I think finally now that he has his contract in place, he's going to play this year in Buffalo. I think he's like, all right.
I think this is his audition for other teams.
Yeah.
Because ultimately I think he wants to be a number one, and it's not going to happen here. Rasmus Dahlin's got that by the fucking.
But
nuts.
In the meantime, you can hit whoever you want in front of the net.
Right, and they'll pair them with him.
Yeah.
So that he gets a ton of points and he looks really good, and they'll get a good return on that. But their defense is what's going to win them games this year. Puck moving defensemen with solid stay at home guys to pair with them that will take over games. If they stay healthy, that's a very respectable defensive unit, which is something I can't say for the past 10 years.
No.
It's a lot of change. And as long as the schemes look okay, like their power play wasn't terrible. There's a little bit more movement with how they had it getting set up and who's shooting and everything like that. Because it used to be just follow Tage. But that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And they're putting different personnel in different places.
I am excited too because I do feel that halfway through the season we're going to see Constance Hellenius come up. I do.
Okay.
I think that.
Who do you think he's taking out?
I don't know. It's too early to tell who we'd be taking out.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
I think too that by mid-season we're going to see him come up and make a splash. There's something about him in preseason that I know everyone's like he's not ready, but there's something about the way he plays hockey right now that it's different than anything I've seen in the last 5 years.
My problem is
he skates very well.
Yeah. My problem is that's probably only happening if you have a couple big injuries in your top 6.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to play.
No, most people don't want him to play.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want him to play energy lines. It's not going to do him any good.
No.
He needs to come in and have the opportunity to score.
He skates very well though for his age. He skates very well. Yeah. He's starting to pick it up, and it just No,
I know.
I want him to develop, but I also don't want to sit back and have him develop too much where we're holding him back.
No, I get it.
At some point, one of those guys up there isn't producing. You gotta.
No, I know. Well, he'll make it obvious if he dominates in the AHL again. If he's walking circles around adults, then then he's good to go.
Sure.
And you can filter out a piece. You can probably get rid of that Jordan Greenway contract. You can probably do a lot of things.
I love Jordan Greenway, but he just can't stay healthy.
No, it's the same thing with Milano. I love you, but you're not doing anything for me. Goodbye.
Buffalo sports in a microcosm. Anyways, as you watched us ramble on episode 6 here, this is great. We're gonna have a guest on the next episode.
Okay,
I think that's what we want to do moving forward. But we got to get we felt like the last couple episodes we really lacked on Sabres stuff. We really wanted to hit on all that.
Sure.
So Sabres open up this week. What is it? Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Against the Rangers.
Yes, sir.
Rangers got some new faces, new places. They pretty much demoed their team a little bit to get back into the swing of things, and we'll see. I mean, that first game, I'm not looking for them to come out and win 4-0, but I just want to see some energy. I want to see some fight. I want to just see that Lindy everyone's like, you're putting all your eggs in one basket on Lindy. I want to see that Lindy said, hey, I can do this if you let me get a couple guys in here that I need, or you let me run the team the way I want to. And I think based on the roster I see, Lindy's got more of a say than he's ever had.
Yeah, potentially. I didn't like that. I can't remember the exact quote. I don't remember what he said. But basically, these are his coaches.
Yeah.
This is who he wanted. Because I know for a while we were all like, Jesus Christ, they're not even letting him hire his own coaches. They're just going to keep everything. He kept everybody. That was his choice.
Yeah.
So whether that's a black mark on him or not, I mean, last year it certainly was. But I'm going to see if he keeps the team, if they go into battle for him, because basically you're going to know what this team is going to be in 5-game increments. If in 20 games they give you 10 really good games and 10 really shit games, it's the same team.
Right.
Like they bring it some nights, and then other nights it's like they don't even want to be there.
Right.
They have a system, and when they play it, they win games, and then the nights that they don't play it, they lose games.
Yeah.
If we see more of the same long lines of that, and the compete level is just not there, it's a player's thing.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It doesn't matter who you have coaching there.
Right.
So, for me, on Facebook, somebody commented because the nerds, the Evolving Hockey guys, the nerds picked us to finish second in the division this year.
Really?
Yes.
Love that.
They said that there's a big long description of why they felt this way.
Okay.
They took an average of potential performances from all of our players, developed an aggregate, goals saved expected, goals scored expected, blah, 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 all the fancy shit, right? And due to Florida having 2 of their best players out, Bobrovsky is going to have to come back to earth soon. He said they're going to drop off. Toronto got rid of Mitch and a couple other people. They're going to drop off, they think. Boston is dog shit right now.
Yep.
So they predicted a 98-point season for the Sabres. Everybody else is saying like 91, 92. But I posted that screenshot and I said, I'm ready to get hurt again.
Yeah, so
and
am I.
somebody literally commented and they were like, man, unfortunately at this time, I am a fair weather fan, but I got to give you kudos, bro. Yeah. I don't understand how you keep doing this. And I just commented, it's a thankless job.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
I don't know, man. I had this thought during that Bills game of just like, I'm getting angry again. Like it's just, do I really want some of this stuff to like weigh on me the way it is,
Right.
And I know at least with the Bills, it's a little bit of, I got people in my ear saying, be more grateful, be more grateful. We were in the fucking drought for 17 years.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, no,
I
don't,
That's not how I do things.
I don't coach the team. I don't put the team together. They've got a kid who's going to be 30, who's got other people breathing down his neck. I sat there and I thought about this last night. It was kind of funny. Imagine if in 20 years when you and I have kids, he doesn't win one here. Imagine that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, what was it like to watch Josh Allen? Oh, it was a lot like watching the Super Bowls we went to that we didn't win too.
Yeah.
That's what this entire organization has been about.
I don't want to think about that.
That's fucking hard,
I don't
man.
want to think about that, though.
And that's why I get so mad.
I don't want to think
People
about
want to tell me I'm not a fan because of how mad I get. Bro, are you kidding me? You're going to make me have an aneurysm. I am getting as mad as I want, and I don't know everything, but it seems like don't do things that the average fan can point at and feel vindicated for,
Right.
I guess is my thing.
Right.
Like, hey, I knew that was a bad idea, and look where we are right now, kind of a thing,
Right.
But with the Sabres, it's a little, I don't know. Every year we get here, they're really good at convincing you they're going to be good again. But I don't know. Do I feel like the shenanigans are done? Because they haven't really given me any proof that
It's okay
they're
to
not.
love your team, man, no matter what.
No, I know. I don't know. I guess it's a tale of 2 different teams, right? Like with the Bills, I almost entirely like just kind of check out until the playoffs because that's when you need to show me something.
Yeah.
I know they're probably going to be a 12 to 13 win team with Josh behind the line. But with the Sabres, it's kind of just like it's this mystery of like, you've been getting the shit kicked out of you for 14 years now, and everybody's given up on you, and like all this stuff. Like,
it's a tough part.
It's like, hey, are you actually gonna fucking wake up this year? Are you gonna be respectable?
Yeah.
Like,
I think this is it. This is the year.
I know.
No,
it's really easy to say that
this
shit.
This time's for real, guys.
It's on the wall, and I said that last year too.
Well, I'm gonna make you feel better
Okay.
because we always close as we
Because
always close out every episode with our there's a universe where these ones are terrible that I had, so I've got one for you.
Did you chat GPT them?
I chat GPT'd them to try to see what they come up with. What if Owen Power becomes the difference maker on defense? Well,
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Here's a good one. The Bills and Sabres both turn the corner at once. City on fire.
Yeah, seriously.
Josh Allen rediscovers his swagger and sparks a run.
Here's
a good one. Bills fans finally get rewarded for their loyalty. That is a good one. But here's a good one.
Okay.
There's a universe where Bill Belichick coaches the Jets and doesn't go to the Patriots. Robert Kraft traded a first-round pick to the Jets for Bill Belichick. There's a universe where Bill Belichick goes through with the Jets coaching decision.
Okay. I don't think he's anything.
There's
right
no
now.
Tom Brady.
I don't think he's anything right now.
There's no Tom Brady.
I think he's done coaching 15 years earlier.
Yep.
I think he's probably finishing with the same record he has now without Tom Brady.
Yep.
Because he is a sub 500 coach without Tom Brady, and now he's getting embarrassed at North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was always. It's one of the funniest things. This is funny after Patriot Week. It's always one of the funniest things to me that like they got so much fucking rah. This is the Patriot way. Belichick doesn't play no games. All this shit when it was the guy throwing the ball the entire time. I'm sorry. I that's genuinely how I feel.
Oh, but
I don't.
But that's like you're right.
Like merit. Sure, he has a lot of merits. He's got a ton of Super Bowls. He was the face of that franchise with Tom for the longest time, and I'm sure there's a good coach under there. But a lot of that was his quarterback. Yeah. And as soon as his quarterback leaves, nothing. He was an abysmal GM, which is probably why he's not in the NFL anymore or nobody wanted him last year because he probably wanted full creative control of all the rosters.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl without him.
Yes.
that's a crazy part.
Also this shit too. You follow college more than I do.
Okay.
This shit with him not allowing Patriot scouts to come there, or not allowing the media there to talk about the Patriots while he's there.
Yeah, I hate the Patriots with a passion, but I think the Patriots are more likable with Mike Vrabel at the helm.
Yeah,
than they were with Bill Belichick at the helm.
Right.
Because they say Mike Vrabel is a player's coach. Mm-hmm. He gets in there and he's got
a good coach.
And he's got a lot of respect for the Bills organization, McDermott and everything. It's just. Yeah, you're right. Like even Vrabel came out and said, "Hey, okay, cool. Yeah, hey, but you're still allowed at our facility anytime, buddy."
Yeah, right,
yeah.
Right.
Hey, like coach, like
right.
I'm still coaching. Like I'm your guy, right? So, but yeah, I thought about that the other day while I was in the shower. I'm like, oh man, what if like Belichick just?
I'm glad you're thinking about me while you're in the shower.
That's weird.
You said
because
it.
if you think about it, Belichick got that job after Cleveland left Cleveland.
Yep.
He had look at his record there. He was a Bill Parcells disciple.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
It's crazy.
The coaching trees are wild. Every time I'm out on Kyle Shanahan, he does some shit like make Mac Jones look like a fucking G and go 4-1. It's you know what I mean?
That guy's job's always safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my. Did you have a universe? That was my universe. They're getting more and more difficult to find.
Yeah.
Like there was one that was like, what was it? It was what if Trent Edwards never got a concussion when the Bills were?
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I was like, I still feel like the Bills weren't.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people figured out Trent Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe they run the table and make the playoffs. But what if he doesn't get that concussion?
Right.
You know, I don't know. There's ones like that.
Yeah. I mean, I have kind of a simple one with football.
Okay.
Like, what if there's a universe where they made the playoffs with Doug Marrone that year? Are we all hailing Doug Marrone's graces? Because they were close.
Remember when he finished 9-7? We were like, greatest coach ever. We
yeah,
were like,
right.
What?
Dude, he came in. What did he want to be? He wanted like St. Doug or something like that.
That was all hearsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was because that was Jim Schwartz as a defensive coordinator, right? And that was the Kyle Orton year.
Yep.
I remember being in college for that.
Me too.
And they missed by like a game.
Well, I just graduated college.
Yeah, gotcha. They probably don't make any play. They probably don't make. I mean, Josh Allen is not the quarterback of this team.
No.
But they probably don't make a big splash in the playoffs like they did the first year McDermott was here. But I wonder if they ride that defense harder. because they had the cold front. It was a nasty defense.
Mario Williams
He's so good. So good.
was good.
Yeah.
And then Rex Ryan said, we're going to drop you back into pass coverage. I'm like, what?
Came in here 10 sacks a year.
Yeah.
Came here.
Ruined him.
It's wild, bro. But yeah, I wonder how that would have ever ended. But
Yeah, well, glad we'll never know.
he's an offensive line coach on the Patriots now.
Who?
So Doug Marone.
Yeah, is he? Oh, good for him.
I fucking hate that we just lost to that guy,
Yeah,
by the way.
Hated Doug Marone, but
Yeah.
well, that's all we have for tonight. Episode 6, Broken Tables, Broken Dreams podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you want to be a guest on the show, let us know. Also, if you want to be a sponsor, reach out to us. Happy to help. We don't charge a lot. We'll see you next time. And as we always say, let's go.
Buffalo.